Hi, good evening. Thanks for having me again for this incredible show. My name is Giselle General and would like to welcome you to another Edmonton City Council segment. I'm here again to share some insights and information to help you feel engaged and informed about our city government so you can make the impact you want to see. First off is our rapid fire segment. Here's a short summary of what's been going on in the city that I recommend that you keep an eye on. First, if you're someone who has to pay municipal taxes, either as a home or business owner, the tax assessment letters should be arriving in mail in the near future. It's never too early to start making plans and understand the different resources available if you need information or might struggle to pay it this year. If you haven't received your letters by the end of May, contact 311 so you can get the information and that you don't get late paying these taxes by June 30th. Edmonton Transit Service announced that its bus ridership levels have returned to 100% of its pre pandemic levels, becoming one of the larger transit systems in Canada to reach this milestone. During January 2023, they reached the average threshold of 1.2 million rides per week, compared with only 350,000 rides per week during the height of the pandemic in 2020. ETS attributed the increase in ridership due to a variety of factors, including the bus network redesign, which added the on demand transit service, and the recent introduction of the ARC electronic payment system. The City of Edmonton announced its goals for their Safe Crossing program, which is a strategy to review and ensure that intersections where people cross the street as pedestrians are as safe as possible. 100 of these will be upgraded this year, and 400 will be upgraded in the next 4 years. Everyday people can look at the ever interactive map of these locations that will be fixed up online. The Stanley Milner Library also hosted a human library on February 15th, which was organized by students of W.P. Wagner High School as part of their series of anti racism events. This event encouraged small groups to talk through issues and challenge stereotypes with dialogue. More than 150 junior high students attended, along with several counselors, MLAs, and community leagues. Silver Skate Festival will be the last major event at Horrelak Park before it closes in March for a starting in March for a 3-year rehabilitation project. The free festival, Silver Skate, included ice skating, snow sculptures, a winter market, live music, and a culinary competition involving breweries and eateries from different Edmonton neighborhoods. Many of the large festivals in the city already identified alternate locations. For instance, Edmonton Heritage Festival will be in Borden Park for the next few years. City Council unanimously approved bylaw updates to expand the waste separation system for recycling and food scraps to apartments and condos. The system will be phased from 2023 to 2027 and will impact about 167,000 residences across 3,400 properties, and they will get disposal bins for both types of waste. The city began implementing a curbside waste separation system for single unit homes in 2021, which reduced landfill loads by about 30% last year, according to city reports. Next, I want to talk about how you can share your insight. It's great that many people wanted to give their feedback so that our policymakers, which is City Council, consider our perspective when making decisions. There are several ways to share your insight and make your voice heard. For this episode, I'd like to share about Engaged Edmonton, a centralized place where you can see all upcoming opportunities to share your input, all in a dedicated web link, which is engaged.edmonton.ca. If you register, you will be informed on a wide range of opportunities to share your input, whether it's a discussion forum on a particular topic, surveys, polls, or other methods. And if you click on an active project, which means that it is a topic that the city is at present gathering input about, you will see an overview of why they're gathering input, all the relevant documents on the topic, a calendar of all the scheduled engagement activities, and a link to an online discussion room. So, whether you want to chat with an employee of the city in a physical location, like a library or a community building they booked, or you wanted to give your input and opinions within the comfort of your home, Engaged Edmonton can work for you. And next up, I want to talk again about our City of Edmonton's ABCs. As a refresher, it stands for agencies, boards, and commissions, which consists of a group of people who apply and are appointed to make decisions or give advice to the city on certain topics. I am a member of one. I applied and volunteer for the Edmonton Transit Service Advisory Board, as I am passionate about improving our bus and LRT service in the city, which is a responsibility of the municipal government. For today, I want to share about the next ABC on the list, which is the Edmonton Combative Sports Commission. I admit I was surprised when I found out that this is a committee by the city, but given the nature of the sport, which is combative, I agree that it is important. The Edmonton Combative Sports Commission is a committee composed of up to 7 volunteer citizen members, and they make decisions regarding licensing, conduct, qualifications, and contests of activities that are combative. So it involves hitting people, which include but are not limited to boxing, wrestling, full contact karate, kickboxing, martial arts, mixed martial arts, and Muay Thai. And on top of that, they have an executive director who is an employee of the city and manages the operational decisions on the combative sports sector, including licenses and permits. This committee also serves as an appeal body for any decisions made by the executive director. An interesting update is that for this particular ABC, that this committee is paused since August 2022. They're doing a 9 month review to see whether changes need to be made in this process of having volunteers in this committee taking on the responsibility of oversight on combative sports in the city. This review will be completed by May. If the committee continues, however, just like many of the ABCs, recruitment happens in the beginning of the year where people can apply from all walks of life. Usually, the announcements are done by the city when applications are open. And just like a job application, where you would have to send a resume, reference letters, and log in to the city's online application portal. So, if you're interested, and once this committee is confirmed to continue on, mark your calendar so you can apply. And now I want to end our civic engagement segment with our final topic, 311 at your fingertips. So you might be wondering again, as a refresher, 311 is one of the many 3-digit contact numbers we can contact for various needs. The other ones that we know of are 211, 811, and 911. But 311 is by the city government and a method for anyone to file complaints or concerns that you see that is under their responsibility. And it's more than just a phone number. You can send an email and there's an app as well. Over the last few months, I have given detailed tutorials on what you can do with the 311 app, such as the different types of categories of reports, how to file a complaint, and how to monitor the response to your complaint. For this episode, I'd like to talk about a specific method you can use to escalate your issue called the Service Experience Team. This complaint form is online and it will ask the previous reference number of when you made an initial complaint or report to 311. And if you filed it through the app, the reference number is easy to find. But if you did contact 311 through email or the phone, the person who assisted you would have provided it as well. There are many reasons why you might consider using this method. For instance, perhaps the initial complaint was not responded or resolved quickly enough, or it was closed with no explanation or resolution, or that you realize that doing something short term is not going to help with this complaint or this type of issue that you continue to see. And since this is a dedicated team, it might be more effective to use this method first before contacting the city councilors or mayor. By the time you escalate it to them, you can give them context and you can say that you have used all the methods in the beginning, the 311 process, and the escalated service experience team process. And that wraps up our segment on Edmonton City Council. I'm your host, Giselle General, your everyday engaged Edmontonian. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.